Hi everybody, it's Linda from the Crafting Depot, and today I'm going to be taking this piece of scrapbook paper that I bought when I first started this journaling journey. Let me turn on this light, and let's see, do I have my, nope, I don't have that light on. Let's get that light on. Okay, here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is cover this paper that I really don't like, and I'm going to cover it with my book pages. So the next thing you're going to want are some watercolor paints, and I love the Grabby and I love the Kuretake paints, but I'm using this inexpensive, I don't know what are they, where they came from. They were my children's. I think they're called Prang. So this is a watercolor, and it just has the basic colors, and we're going to try and use that to see how it comes out. So this is an experiment, and what I'm going to start doing is ripping out book pages, and in the end what I'm going to hopefully come up with is something that I like to make into embellishments, like tags and pockets and side tucks and belly bands. I don't know what I'm going to make out of this. This is just, let me raise this up here. Let's get up like that so you can see me. Okay, so I'm not going to videotape the whole. I'll show you how I put down the first layer of papers, and then I'm going to pause, and what I'm going to do is put 3 layers down. So the first thing we're going to start with is just get our first layer. So I'm going to want 3 layers. So we'll start by just adding some papers. And I have too many books that I'm looking to find alternate things to do with them. So that's what we're going to do. And then what I'm going to use is a scraper to get rid of the extra glue that appears underneath, because we don't want lumps. Okay, so we're going to keep going. So basically this is all you do. It's pretty simple. And so I'm just going to show you the first layer, and then I'm going to go on to do this, the other 2 layers. Let me see what I do without videotaping it, because that could be kind of boring. But I want you to see it's very simple for anybody that hasn't done this. It's a great beginner task. Very easy. Actually, all the junk journaling is very simple. It's not difficult. Okay, we got a little bit of glue there. I stuck my craft mat in the tub so that I could try and wash. It's too big for my sink. I have one of those sinks that are divided in half. So each side of the sink has a small area. So I just said, you know what, let me stick it in the tub. So basically this is what you're going to do. Pretty simple. And it's nice to have the pages show up on your it's just another idea. Okay, and then, okay, so this is the first layer, and I'm using the scrapbook paper that I bought a while ago that I really don't like. So this is the first layer, and what I'm going to do is put down 2 more layers. So I'll be back in a flash. Let me see, one more thing I wanted to show you. When I first laid the first sheets down, they were vertical. Now what I'm going to do is go in the opposite direction. I just wanted to make that point, and it kind of covers up the rest of it. So I'm going to continue. Okay, so now I finished, and I put 3 layers down, and I had to go wash my hands because they were covered in black ink from the old book pages. So moving my stuff over here, I have a plate. I have these inexpensive, what did I say they were? Prang watercolors, and you can see there's not many. Different variety of colors, but we're going to see what we can do. And I'm using a Princeton Velvet Touch number 8 round brush. And we're just going to play. So the first thing I'm going to do is water down these watercolor paints, and I'm going to wet my brush, and I'm going to use the plate rather, to see what colors I can come up with. And there's water on this plate, which is okay. We have 2 cups, so one is to dirty water, the other one is cleaner water. And we're going to mix the colors to see what we can come up with. So now we got this pretty green. I'm going to put more yellow in there. We got this really pretty green coming up. And now let's see what we can get with the blue. We got a dark blue over here. I'm going to mix that, put more blue over here. I'm going to mix that with the yellow. And we get a darker muddy. I don't like that. So I'm going to get rid of that. That's not what I want. Okay, let's try it again. Let's see. We'll put blue. Maybe we'll just leave the blue, because that's a pretty blue. And then we'll put red over here. And I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in there. And we got orange over here. Put a little bit of yellow in there. And it looks like my brush is dirty, so I'm getting all different colors here. Okay, so here we go. Let's start. So we're going to take some of this paint, and we're going to just start putting it all over here. You know, looking at this looks like it's kind of lighter than what I want. And watercolor paints, you know, from what I'm learning, they dry very light. So you may have to go over it again with another color. And we're just basically going to play on the paper. I'll put some orange. You know what? Let's just do it straight from here, because I don't like the way I'm mixing it. So we're just going to put some orange in here and just blend them together. You take a little bit of orange and put it over that. And this will dry flat after you're done. So we'll get the blue. We'll put the blue up here. And some green. Mix the green in. And maybe get some brown. Not using the plate anymore. Get some brown. And some yellow. Put some yellow in there. And bring the yellow up here. So this is just an option. We'll see how this comes out. Everything's an experiment. And we're just playing. Get some red. Some more yellow. And some green. And I'm not even using the plate anymore because I don't like the way it was too light. As you can see where it's drying over here, it's too light. So I'm just going to go back in there with some. I'm starting to like it now because it's darker. So we'll get some red in here and some blue. And we're just creating something different. I think this is a darker, oh, this is a purple. Oh, look at that. Okay, and some yellow. And orange. More orange. And some red. This is a great way to make, you can actually do this with kids. This would be a great activity. Just give them a brush and show them how to just have fun. That's what it's all about. That's how you create different ideas. And we're gonna put some more yellow in there. And we'll see how this turns out. This is an experiment. More brown. A little bit more brown. And the object for me is to use up all of these book pages. And I'm going to clean up the craft room because I have too many boxes of ripped up papers that is time to leave. I've spent too much time here. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit more green in there. And I think we're good. So we're going to let this dry. And put a little bit more orange up here. Hey, Baxter. Baxter got a haircut. He's looking handsome. Right? As soon as I get on here, he knows. He hears me talking. And then he comes in. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. And then I'm going to come back. So I'll see you in a few minutes. So I'm back. And what I noticed, everything's dry, is that some of the paper's lifted. So what I need to do before I start cutting is go back in and put down some more glue to adhere this. And let's go through here. I'm not too worried because I'm going to, and you don't have to, now if you're not going to use a sewing machine, I would use something stronger like a Fabrifix rather, because that's a really strong, super strong glue. And the one that I'm recommending that I really like is this one, Fabrifix by Beacon. This is a small jar. I really should have gotten the 8-ounce. I recommend if you're doing any kind of crafting, get the bigger jar, bigger bottle. Okay, so let's see, how are we doing? Okay, I think we need to do a little bit over here. And like I said, I'm going to be sewing these. So before I start doing any kind of painting on this, any more painting on this, I'm going to cut it up, because if I start painting all over here and then I go to cut it, I might not know where exactly to cut. I might, leave something off. So I think for me personally, it would be easier to just get out the cutter and just cut it. So what I'm thinking about is possibly making some belly bands. Now this is a 12 by 12 piece of scrap. Let me move this over. It's a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. So I'm just gonna, and I'm not gonna get everything that I mentioned, in here. I'm not gonna get all tags, all pockets, all belly bands, but let's see what I can get out of it. So I might be able to get 2 belly bands out of this. Let's see. So this is 12 by 12, so I could get 2 belly bands. So let's see. And of course I don't have my craft board. So I'm going to take out the old ruler and I'm going to do a little markeroo right here so I know where to cut it off. So I'm gonna bring back the cutter and I'm gonna make 2 belly bands. So this is going to be, and this is more for not a vintage kind of journal, but more of a colorful art journal. So there you have it. You have 2 belly bands, and those are going to get painted. Okay, so put those to the side. And let's see, what can we get out of this? So over here, we can get pockets. Now let's see, how wide is this? This is 9.5. So I would like to cut some of this off the edge. Let me make this. Okay, I don't have the math gene. Sorry. I didn't inherit that. I'm not good with math. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the edge off. And I'm going to make it approximately, let's see, 4 inches. So approximately, where's the pen? Just approximate. Put a little dash there. And I will shade that up here. There you go. Nope, one more time. And then what I'm going to do, these are, what did I say they were? 9.5? 9.5. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to go right down the middle where the paper, right down here. No math required. So I have 2 pockets, 2 belly bands, and let's see, we could probably get tags out of this. Okay, we got tags, and we will cut these like that. And we have 2 tags, or 4 pockets. Maybe we can make tags out of these. So this one, I'm going to shave off the side. I'm just going to shave off the side here and move that over. And then let's see how wide this is. Yeah, that'll fit in there. Okay, let me shave that off. That bothers me. Okay, let's just get that piece right there off. And then I can make something to go in there. And I'll shave it off right there. And then I have 2 tags. Okay, this one is not even, so we have to fix that. Okay, it still doesn't look good. Okay, that looks a little bit better, but it still doesn't look good. Okay, that's better. All right, so we have pockets and we have belly bands. And what these belly bands need are to be shaved. So I'm going to put that like that and straighten it out. And this one needs to be straightened out also. You can see how it's hanging over like that. And let's shave it here. Okay. All right, so we have 2 belly bands. And let's get 1 second. So what I think I'm going to do with this is make these pockets. So I'm going to just corner the edges on these. That's 2. I must have dropped water over there because this thing is sopping wet. And too. Let's get that in there. And you can use a coin. You don't have to get one of these things, but they are much easier if you have a good one. This one's probably getting used up. Okay, so I have 4 pockets, and I'm going to clean this off. And then I think I'm going to curve the belly bands. Well, this could be a side tuck. It might be too small for... I think I'm going to make this a side tuck. And this will be... This one's bigger. This one will be a belly band. Or maybe this will be a side tuck also. Okay, there we go. And then these, I'm going to make these journal cards. So I'm going to curve them all 4 sides. And that's a personal preference. You don't have to. Okay, so that's 1, 2, it's pretty thick, that's why it's giving me a hard time. And you can see some of the papers are lifting because when I cut it, I cut into the middle sections where there was probably not as much glue. So that's why that's happening, but that's not a big deal. If you're not going to sew, I would recommend making sure that you use a better glue to make sure that they stay down. Okay, so now we have 4 pockets, and what I'm going to do here is take out a pair of scissors. And okay, so what we have here are 4 pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I could always do another, and then 2 journal cards, and then I have 2 side tucks. So the next thing I want to do is paint on them. So I have to change this water. Let me go change this water. Okay, so now I have my setup here. I put my other, I'm going to wet these inexpensive watercolors down to show you that we can do something. We don't have to spend a lot of money to make something look really nice. So I have my water jars, my paintbrush. I wet down these watercolors, and now I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to use orange, and I'm going to paint some really cute lines, and they're going to come from all directions, and then little branches coming out. And I'm just using the tip of the brush very lightly, pressing down, and it's already starting to look pretty cool. And I'm just doing, can you see me? All right, make sure that you're in camera, Linda. Let me come down a little bit, and we'll bring this, I got to make sure I'm in camera. I'm sorry if I'm going off. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. And like that. Okay, so we made some. Okay, so now we're going to do some little half circles, like, and we're going to make like lollipop. They look like little lollipops coming out. With the tip of the brush, you just go around like that. There we go. And up here, looks like a lollipop or a little balloon. Could be a balloon. And they're just whimsical little leaves coming off of this. And there we go. And around like that. This one's going off the page. And we'll see if we have to go over this again. Okay, there we go. And we'll turn it around. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And this is a really cute idea for a journal. If you're into more of kind of like an art journal, I'd say this would be good for an art journal. Maybe not so much a vintage looking journal, which is cool. There you go. But I've noticed since I started doing this, these journals, that I have changed in the direction. And I think a lot of people that are into the arts find their own way. It's pretty common. Okay, so we got that going on. I'll do a little one over here. And you get the idea. So there we go. And we'll let that dry. Okay, there's one. And then we could do the next one. We could do purple. Let's try purple. So we'll have purple leaves coming out. And we'll have, whoops, too much. Pick that up. Okay, that's not a big deal. All you do when that happens is you just blot it. Okay, so let's get that purple again. We'll have some leaves coming out, and then press down and then up. And there's your leaf. Do a little stem, and then press down. You see me? Press down, and then press down, and then up. And you get your little point. And we'll do that again. We'll have a leaf coming from here, and we'll do it from this side. So from here we will press down, come up, press down, and then up. And we'll let that dry. And we'll have a little leaf here. So they're just coming from different directions, the leaves. And there, that's something a little different. And this one, we'll just pretend it's just part of the leaf coming up. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Okay, so we have two. And we'll let those dry. And we'll put those over here to dry. And I don't think we'll get through all of this, but we'll try. Okay, so here you have a lot of different colors going on. So what are we going to do here? So maybe here we'll just do some blobs, some loose flowers. And we don't know how we're going to like all this stuff, so we're just painting loose flowers. Let that dry. And then maybe we'll come over here with the red, and we'll do little pointed flowers, pointy flowers. Little point. So all I'm doing is pressing down and then up, pressing down and then up, and then pressing down, up, down, up. One more time, down, up, down, up. And then you get that point. So this is very loose. We're going to do some yellow on the inside. And we're going to let that dry. And then this, I think we're going to do a green and a green. And just remember, this is an experiment. This is my first time doing this, so don't judge me. Don't judge me. Be kind. It's just so much fun to paint. I love it. So we'll bring a little leaf, little stem out, and then we'll do the same thing up here. And these are with inexpensive paints. I'm just using the paint that is inside. Okay, and then we're going to let this dry. So this is a loose, oh, and we need a leaf over here. Let's not forget. So we'll come out here, and then we'll do a leaf like that. And it's kind of light, so we're going to go in again. And then this is still wet, so we have to let me see what would happen. I just pressed in here, took a little bit of it out. Let's see what would happen if I put the yellow in now. Let's try it. Okay, so we got that. So we have our loose flower and a little spiky flower over there. We're going to let that dry. On to the next one. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go in with some brown branches, and we're going to come out like this, across like that. We got vines coming from all different directions with this one. All different directions. Let's wet that down again. And bring the stems out. And just go over that again. Whoops, sorry. Things go flying sometimes here at the crafting depot. Good grief. You know, I had so many different names when I first started this because I didn't know what I was doing. And somehow I came up with this one. I probably should have kept the very first name I came up with because somebody else took it on me after I changed. But I didn't realize that, you know, you need to make sure that that name is available on all the other channels. Okay. There we go. There we go. There. Okay, so now we're going to do brown leaves. And there we go. And this is basic, simple stuff. It's nothing difficult at all. Very tiny ones here. Little tiny leaves. And I'm just using the tip of the brush. It's pretty simple. Just the tip, press down lightly, make tiny little leaves. And it just gives it a, you know, something of interest to look at. It's not, you know, it's not difficult, trust me. Just practice pressing lightly with the tips of your leaves. And we'll go around like this. And this is using up your book pages. And you don't need to go out and spend a lot of money on watercolor paints unless you want to get more into painting with watercolor. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun if that's what you choose to do, because that's what I'm doing. I'm getting into it. And I have a lot to learn, but I'm having fun along the way. And that's what it's all about. I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to have fun. The world is difficult right now for all of us. Just trying to, survive. They're raising prices on us on everything. Okay, here we go. Enough of that. Let's just relax and have fun. And I want to thank each of you that have decided to follow me, press that button and, hit the like. It really makes me feel good. I want to say thank you to all of you that have even stopped by and looked at my channel. And it may not be for you, and I get it. That's okay. We're all at different levels, and we're all doing different things, and I'm just grateful for anyone that shows any kind of interest. And if you don't, I get it. It's okay. I wish you all well. Okay, how cute is that? Now that's with inexpensive paints. Okay, so we'll move that one over. And then, okay, this is going to be hard. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is dark. So these are really dark colors. So maybe we'll do multiple. So let's see how the yellow will look over the blue. If it shows. We'll just try. Okay. It's showing a little bit, but not a lot. So we'll do one. Let's wet that down. It's not showing. Okay, that's too much. That looks like a thermometer. Let's get that. This is all you do. You just put in a tissue and it just soaks it right up. It's too heavy. Okay, we'll try it again. Let's just finish this. Put the yellow over there. And okay. Now, let's let that dry. Let's try the orange over the blue. Let's see which one really... Okay, that looks better. And that turned kind of brown. But I like it. I do. Okay. And this is basic, simple, easy to do flowers and leaves. That's all we're doing. Put some, let's see, the red. Put some red over here. Actually, the red looks good over the blue. Look at that. Or the purple. Let me see. And we'll get some bleed out of here. And here. There we go. Okay, so now you can see the yellow didn't pick up too much, but you know what? It still looks good. We can make something out of it. And then we got green. And the green's going to look really good. There we go. Some green. And we'll see about spreading that. Okay, so this is really wet. Let's see, we got orange, yellow, green, and maybe we'll do some blue over here. Get some blue to come out. And you know what? I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to take another one. And this one, I'm just going to put leaves. Leaves are going to be sprouting out all over. Faint leaves. I'm going to get purple leaves. Purple leaves are going to sprout out. Some brown leaves. It's a great way to use your mixed media. And we got green, yellow, we'll get some orange. Well, we got orange in there, so we got to put orange somewhere else. We don't want orange on top of orange, right? So we'll see how that works here. And let's get some purple. We're going to go like this. And like that. Yep, purple. And then we're going to go tiny little leaves. Little leaves. And turn it. Make them come out like that. And out like that. Maybe like a little bulb, like something is about to happen, and a little point there. Okay, and let's go over that again, because that faded. You see how it fades? Let's turn it this way. So once they start drying, you might want to go over it again. This is just an idea. Okay, so we got that. And maybe another blue leaf over here, because we only have one. Let's, oops, okay, so get rid of that dot. And we'll have another leaf coming out like this. And again, these are not expensive paints. These are just inexpensive paints. And that's what I'm trying to show you, is there are multiple ways of doing things without spending a fortune. Right now, oh, I'm so sorry. I just bumped into it. You know, times are rough for a lot of people. And things are expensive. So we can't all go out and buy every single thing that we see somebody working with. So let's use what we have, right? And make another leaf. There we go. Okay, so here's another idea, and we're not done. We're moving along. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to, okay, you know what? Let me do this one. Oh, this one. Let me finish this. This one should be almost dry. No, it's not dry. Okay, so this one, we're going to use a little bit of black, and we're just going to do dot, 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 and we're going to try and create like a cone flower or a black-eyed Susan. So we're going to get the yellow and the orange together, and yellow. You know what? We'll mix them here. We don't need a palette when we have one right here. What are we doing? Okay, that's too orangey. We want it to be a little bit more yellow. Let's get the yellow. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go around like this. And I'm not worried that it's hitting the black. And we'll go down here like this. And yes, it's getting some black. You know what? Let's just take the yellow. And it's very faint. But it looks really cool. There we go. I'm just going to go straight in with the yellow. And some of the black is bleeding through, which actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so we got that. Let's do another one. Okay, we'll get more black up here. I'm gonna go dot, 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 dot. Just tap, 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 tap. Real simple. And now we're gonna do purple. Purple's here. And we're gonna press in and down like that. How pretty is that? Little points. Press in and down. Bring that a little wider. Get the purple again. And now we're going to go out to the side. And some thin ones right there. There we go. Okay, cool. And then we're going to get the green. And we're going to go down like this. And this one's going to come this way. There we go. A little thicker than I want it. Let me see if I can get some of that line up. I didn't really want it to be that thick. But you know what? It is what it is. This is Whimsy Day here. We're just showing that we can have fun too. We want to have fun here. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to go over this again with a little bit more yellow. Whoops, I did green. Didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. That's okay. It's okay. Just go over it. Actually looks pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to go over the purple one more time. And I'm going to do more to this. If you stick around, you'll see. Okay, we're going to get some brown. And we're going to go brown up here. I'm going to do a little bit of brown on the outside of this, which you should probably let it dry, but I'm being impatient, and that's okay. And then I'm going to go, because I'm impatient, I'm just going to go, oh, let's take some of that off. A little bit of black in there. Okay, impatience is not good. Okay, move that over. And the last one. Okay, so now this one, we're going to do little circles. And circles like that. And then we'll do some purple circles over here. Just easy, whimsy, kind of fun little things to do when you're home crafting. Little round circles. Okay, and then we're going to have to let that dry, so we're going to leave that right there. And then we're going to bring this one back, and this one's wet. So let me pause and go dry these. So I got a little bit ahead of myself because this video is going very long. So what I did after I dried these, I went to the sewing machine and I sewed all around. As you can see, they're pretty dry, but there's a lot more I need to do to these to make them pop. So let me finish. Oh, and I didn't do this one. Okay, so these two, this one is going to stay like that, but what I want to do is finish this one off. I want to show you what I'm going to do. It's pretty simple. And okay, so we're just going to take some green and we're going to go up like that and just bring a little down. So we're just going up and down, up and kind of like little strawberries almost hanging off of the, the branches. They're not really strawberries, but or cherries. We're just pretending. Okay, there we wipe that off, get the green again, and we'll go up like this, up, so that they look like they're hanging, and like that. Okay, just whimsical, playful little flowers. And then what we could do is just take a little bit of black and just pop a little black there around the edge. Put a little black there. Just let it run. And actually put a little black up there like that. There. You know what? And who cares? If you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, all right, so we're going to leave that like that, and we're going to let that dry. And what I want to do is come over here and show you some ideas of what I want to do with this. So I want to get my white. Okay, come on out. Come out. Time to play. My white gel pen. I have a white Posca pen, and I have my black pens. I'm going to, it's very important, if you really want your stuff to last, to take care of it. So this is just a preliminary wash, but after you wash them, which I'm going to go into the kitchen after this video, and I'll wash it again, you want them to lay pointy, and then just lay them down flat. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then what I'm going to show you is on this one. Let's take this one. Now look how dark it looks. We want it to pop, so I'm going to use the Posca pen, and I'm just going to come around and try to outline the leaves. And you could go over actually with black. Maybe black would look better, but let's just try it. You never know until you try. And if you don't like it, then at least you tried. Okay, so we'll go over with the purple, with the white, and outline it. Go down, up, down, and up, down, and up. And then what we could do is try the black pen and just go around with the black and around and down like this. So I went in the middle of it and up around either side. I'm just playing, guys. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, and then what we could do is just give it some dots, because it's a playful make pretend kind of flower. And down. And then we just go around. And we've changed the look of it. Put a couple of little dots in here. So we changed the look from where it was before to now we give it, a little bit more dimension. So we'll put that to the side, and let's go over this one. We'll try this with the black. I don't know how that's gonna make it look, but we'll see. So these were just very loose flowers. Very loose. And then we go around the middle like this. And you can see it's kind of, you know, now it's kind of showing a little bit better. By outlining it. So you get the idea. And we'll do this in the middle. Scribble. A little scribble will do you. Okay, and then we go out and follow the leaves. Go down like this. And around. And then I'm going to take the Posca pen. Actually, I'm going to take the gel. And I'm just going to do like little points like this. And I'm going to turn it and do some little points. Like that. We'll do the same thing over here. Maybe do a few and just curve them a little bit. There we go. And then we'll go around with the Posca pens and just give it some whimsy. And we'll just go around. And I think these are fun and a great way to use up your book pages. So I'm going to finish these, and this one I'm going to use a white gel pen, and I'm going to go around, go next to the and it just gives it a different kind of look. Go around here, up, and around like that, and around like this, like that. And then we could just do little veins, like little lines. Just little dots, not straight. There. And we'll do the same thing with the Posca pen, and this is going to be a side tuck. There's another one finished. That's going over there. This room is getting cleaned, I'm telling you. Oh boy, it is a disaster. It's time to let go. I have too many papers. I don't need them all. Okay, we're going up and around. Up and around. And around. Here we go. And around. Okay, and then around this one. And as you can see, I sewed these already. I was inside after I dried them. I just said, you know what, this video is going long. Let me just go ahead and do some sewing. Now, I agree, sewing can be intimidating. They break down. There's always a problem. But they do give a nice touch. finish touch. You know, if you can deal with fixing the tension, experimenting. Some people never have a problem. Okay, there we go. So we outlined that, and then we're going to just make these very whimsical little dots and go around like that. And then we just go around. Where we land, nobody knows. Okay, I'm having fun. I hope somebody out there tries this, because it's a great way to decorate your journals. If you're into doing something, you know, more on a whimsical, I would say, kind of look. I see so many creative people out there. Doing beautiful journals. Okay, let's go. Let's see what happens with the black. The black might not show up as much on this purple. Let's go up here. And we're not so worried about, oh, the line is not in, you know, we're not in. It's okay. It does not have to be perfect. This is whimsy. We're not going for perfect here. It's actually better when they don't stay in perfect line with the drawing. Okay, let's go up here and around. Okay, and then we're just going to do the Posca pens. 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to go around. How cute is that? Okay, we did that one. Another pocket. And we'll let that dry. We'll move this plate, move that over there. And what do we have left? I think we did, you know what? I'm going to let, okay, so this one, I was going to go over it, and I said, I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it, you know, looking kind of stalky. That's what it looks to me, very stalky. I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to go up like this. So it's just branches. And I see branches all over that don't have leaves on them. And that's what this is going to be. Why not? Kind of watered down branches. And we're going to leave it like that. And we're going to do the Posca pen. We're going to go around. And this is going to be like a weathered winter kind of no branch look. Okay, there we go. I'm going to leave that like that. And then we have this one, which did not get, and we're going to go over it with the black. And we're going to go up here. We're going to go here. And we're going to go around. There we go. Let's go down here. I know this is a long video. I'm sorry. It's just how it happened. It's not intended like that. But that happens sometimes. Okay, so we're going to go up here. We're going to go around, up, and around, up, around, up, around. Let's do this one. I'm just doing one side of the branch, and okay, so we got that, and now let's see what happens. Maybe we could do some white. You know, it's an experiment. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go with the white. I already did it, so I might as well finish. Okay. Let's go here. And what's the worst that happens? You just don't like it. So it's better that I do it, and then you can decide whether you like this or not. Okay, so we're going to go the white around the black, up, all the way up. And the white. And up here, go around, go up. So we did white and black over the brown. And I didn't sew this one, but I'm going to put the Posca pen around it. And I see one. You can't miss one. You got to get them all. Okay. So sorry this was a long video, but you can see what you can do with a master board if you choose. This is a great activity. And I think, okay, this one is going to get finished once it's dried. Actually, let me do it. It's not fair to do all this and leave one out. So you can see what it looks like when it's not. This is what they look like when they're not sewed, and this is what they look like when they are sewed. So you see it's just got a more finished look to it around the edges. All right, and then this one, we're just gonna go up and around, up and around, up and around, up and around. Same thing here, up and around. I'm not so sure I like this one, but it is what it is. So we'll go around this with the white. It might still be wet. Okay, and then we'll go around this. And this one I'm going to leave for you to see unsewed because this video's gone way too long. All right, and we'll just put some Posca pens here, some dots. And this is what it would look like if you did not sew around them. So this is our video for today. Put these back into the camera. And this is what we did today. If you liked it, all I ask is if you could please just hit the like, subscribe, and send me a message if you want. Also, if you're interested in watching more videos that I do, just hit the notification button. I do have an Etsy shop. In it I have fabric packs, which are an assortment of cut up fabrics, which everything includes shipping on my Etsy store. I have some journals for sale, and I also have some paper packs, which are an assortment of different papers, and I have a video of that in the description below. So with that, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you on the next one. Okay, bye-bye.